I was riding on the train, I seen these two kids talking about the Nubian rain had fallen. I didn't say nothing cause these kids caught my goat. Even pull my coat like a murder that they wrote. So this kid with mouth swagger now plays the cloak and dagger. So I got to show boost the martial lock that I am. I could rock a jam, make the world drop hammer. Yes, I'm the bad man, and bad men were black. And if it come to dropping bombs, hey, it with that. Now I can freak, block, flow, rip up a party, dance all night, and at the end, corner party. You wanted out the style that was made from my mom and my dad when I was young. I used to run with a notepad, then time flew, and somehow I knew that I was bad to the bone. Black prodigy since the age of 20. I could write a rhyme, rip it up, and write the next one right on the spot. Sign my name with the dot, diamond D through me a smooth beat. Bronx crowd roar, suck up your whack jam, everybody hit the floor. Okay, it's you, Slim, the hard rock, cover pack, that wanna kneel to the brothers. It must be you holding but something good in his chest, now his whole body swollen. Why did I have to do it? He asked for it, his man saw it, so it don't mean jack to me. He's gone, that's how it's supposed to be. Check it out now. I ain't going out, man, that short style is dead. Have you heard what I said? If not, ask the dread. He got a cannon that's bad, similar to the one that I got from my old dad. What's supposed to get beat down? You're not about to beat. What's supposed to get beat down? You're not about to beat. What's supposed to get beat down? You're not about to beat. What's supposed to get beat down? You're not about to beat. You punk. Super grass, quick fast, like my name was Flash. When a sucker tried to rob me for my cash. You thought you had a sweet Vic, nice pick, but you didn't anticipate that I might be sick. Now who's the trick? Cause I'm not a up. No. I always do the selling if I gotta do the swelling. My neck.
1 2 1 2. Making sure we
Mic check.
we got some audio here. What's up, folks? Robbie Day here. Fuck Your Feelings TV presents Fighting Words with Coach Solo tonight. Normally we have Shelton Tuck with us, but he couldn't make it tonight. He had some things going on.
Shout out to Shelton.
Shout out to Shelton. But we out here. We'll put the number up for y'all to call in a few. But we're just gonna kind of go over a couple of subjects. We're gonna discuss a little bit in terms of crime. Local crime. We got some stories to kind of go over. Let me get first off. Let me get to Coach. How you feeling, Coach?
Yo, man, I'm feeling good, man. Just came from the gym.
Yeah.
We getting ready for this King of the Ring in Massachusetts, so we leaving out Friday. I got like 7 guys competing in it. We try and bring back 7 King of the Ring straps.
So okay, so that's why we're running a little late tonight.
Yeah, man.
You had did some work in the gym.
Then I had to go all the way home, walk the dog. I mean, I've been mad. I came out here, go back home, the dog.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know that's right. I gotta walk the dog. That's what's up. What's up, Auntie? Auntie, on a little live. What's up, Auntie? What's up, people? Yeah, so we're gonna get into it because I know it's late. We're gonna try not to belabor the point.
Yeah.
So first thing I want you to touch on tonight, we have a case where a gentleman. Let me put it up here. This fucking guy. So, a man wanted for murder out of Bridgeport, Connecticut, was captured in Ohio Monday, according to police. 41-year-old Derek Francis, also known as Ainsley Forbes. Ainsley is a Jamaican name. Like, Ainsley. Like, I know. Look at this nigga. This nigga look like an island dude. He look crazy, right? He looked like his
So
head.
where he from? He from here?
He from here.
New Haven.
No, from Bridgeport.
Oh, from Bridgeport.
The crime happened in Bridgeport. The girl he killed was in Bridgeport. So he was taken into police custody after fleeing from a vehicle during a traffic stop in Ohio. Officers said they found a loaded handgun inside the vehicle. Francis is now facing additional firearm charges in Ohio. But he'll be extradited back to Connecticut, where he'll be charged with the murder of McCoy. Francis is being held on a $3 million bond.
How old is he?
I don't know, but by the looks of his hairline, he look like late 30s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so
He kind of looked familiar.
yeah, he.
This is my first time hearing about this story. I didn't even hear about it.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, he looked crazy as shit.
So what's the story? What happened?
So apparently, him and his girl got into it, or I think she was his ex, and nobody could find her. They went up in their apartment and they found that she was dead, and they've had a manhunt for this guy since. Oh, he's 41. He's 41.
41?
Yes, he's 41.
man.
I told you his hairline. He looked late 30s, early 40s.
It's over.
He killed Breonna McCoy on April 6th.
It was his girlfriend?
It was yeah. It was a domestic situation.
Oh, so that's, you know what I mean? That's what I was like.
Yeah. It was like a domestic situ, I guess. I guess it was. You know, I don't know this guy, man.
How could you? I don't understand how, you know, a man, you get that mad
Mhm.
and say I'm a killer. Like you, like listen, you could. I understand being mad,
Right.
angry.
Right.
Mad is probably a bad word. Angry.
Mad is hell. It's all the same to me.
Yeah.
You know, but
But you know, it's like I know how I feel when I want to put my hands on somebody.
right,
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I won't feel that way
right.
with a female.
Right.
Like, especially my girl, wife. I can't see that. That's
Well, me personally, that's not my flow.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to put quite frankly, on a normal day, I ain't trying to put hands on nobody. Right? Coming from the background we come from, martial arts, now trying to dabble into boxing a little bit. The idea is to not hurt nobody and not get hurt. Now that's not to say I haven't been falsely accused and got a false restraining order on me in a previous relationship.
Oh, listen. We could get into that.
You know, this is kind of like, but this is why I had to go to court. The judge ended up dismissing it.
Oh, where?
Right? Yeah.
Oh,
So I had the restraining order for 14 days, and then she got up there. So it was crazy. So this is kind of like off topic, but it's on topic because this is why they take the precautions that they do.
Yeah. No, you understand.
Right?
I understand why they take it.
I understand why they do it, but a lot of times it's used as a means, as a tool to do something. Like in my case, it was used to keep me away from the kids.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit to me, right?
I mean,
So that's bullshit. Like I didn't even know, like I was charged. Like a marshal showed up at my door. Here, you're served. Now we need your firearm. So I had to give him my guns. I was served, and for 14 days, I had a restraining order. It was crazy because when I went to court, her and her attorney were trying to get me to just like sign over my rights for the kids. And the attorney was threatening me. Well, we're going to go to court and say you did this and you hit her. I was like, I don't give a shit. Me and the attorney was going back and forth like, you're not going to threaten me. I'm not going to fold because I don't hit. I never hit my ex-wife. I'm not going to fold for that. So then she gets in front of the judge, and the judge is like, well, show me. No, her attorney was like, show me what he did. And this heifer actually, he grabs my neck, and he grabs this. And I, when she was trying to like describe what, and she never said I hit her or nothing. She just said, he stands over me aggressively, and I don't do that. We might argue. I'm a yell and scream and cuss, but I'm not. It does me no good to hit a girl.
you listen. This is the thing, man. Because I've been called. The police has been called on me a couple of times for some bullshit. You know what I mean? So I think, a lot of women, not all, you use that as a tool. Like it's the same thing as child support.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They use
Because it's a once a man go to jail for a domestic charge, like anytime you have an argument with somebody that you live with,
Right.
is labeled as domestic.
Right.
And once you get into the court system with a domestic charge, they automatically label you as dangerous, vicious.
Right.
You're a woman beater,
Right.
or you're a kid beater, and it goes to that level of who you are to them.
Right.
So it's a whole different dynamic, man. When when you get charged with that and go to the system. So that guy that killed his girlfriend, he's done.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, back to your point, they already kind of look at us that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
When as a black man, when you go into court, we're automatically going to court with a deficit.
Already.
So
And they already believe what happened.
Yeah, they already
believe what they got.
Well, I did. Well, I you know, in the court's defense, the judge did see she was full of shit. In my case,
Yeah.
So the judge was like, "All right, we're gonna dismiss it." Because when she started reenacting shit, I started crying like, "This bitch, I can't believe she's lying like this." Well, she's sitting there reenacting some shit that I never did. So you know, in that defense, but normally, like, you don't get second chances like that.
Yeah. No, but I listen, I got an ill story about being falsely accused.
Well, I mean, now's the time to bring it up.
So boom, this is like early 2000s or something like that. And I was with my baby mother, but I wasn't with my baby mother. And I was with this other girl. So I remember me and the other girl, we had a rental. We shot out to up the way. Went shopping, went got something to eat. And we was up there all day. So it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, we coming back. So she was like, yo, we need to get something to eat. I was like, all right.
Right.
So me, instead of me just saying we're going to hit the highway somewhere else to get something to eat, we gets off the highway and go to Cody's Diner.
Now you know.
We gets off the highway and goes to Cody Diner. The whole time I'm parking, I'm going, nah, I shouldn't be here.
You know better,
in my head. So I'm going,
Cody's Diner in New Haven is
God.
akin to Frankie's Diner in Bridgeport. Everybody and their mama gonna be there at the end of the night.
Listen, so I went in there, ordered the food. When we went in there, I saw my baby mother cousin.
Okay.
They was already in there.
Okay.
So instead of me just leaving, I'm going, so I don't care, I don't mess with her. We ain't together.
Yeah.
So, boom.
Asking for trouble, buddy.
Long story short, our food get there, we eating, and then I see Cody's Diner got a ramp.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So, I see my baby mother coming up the ramp. She got her scarf on. She got her night clothes on, shoes on. I already know it's gonna be drumming. So I tell the girl, I said, yo, listen, my baby mother coming in here. When she come in here, just get up and walk out. That just go ahead. We gonna walk out.
Right.
My baby mother gets there, standing right near the table, and the girl frees up and just sit there.
Oh.
She just sit there. But anyway, she just sit there. My baby mother ended up slamming all the food off the table. She ended up beating up the girl. I tried to get the girl inside the car. The girl gets inside the car. She didn't lock the door. Baby mother opened up the car door, pulls her out the car, beat her up. So I'm breaking it up. So now I pull my baby mother off her, get inside the car, leave. So here go the bullshit. Week later, go see my parole officer. I'm in there chilling. I'm like, I ain't doing nothing.
Right.
Go in there. I get inside the office. 2 other parole officers come in there behind me. They close the door. He was like, yo, empty out your pockets. I got a bunch of money in my pocket. I got 2 cell phones in my pocket. Pull them out. So I was like, what's going on? He was like, yo, you got a warrant for your arrest. I was like, for what? He was like, you know anybody named Passion Harris? She said that, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, you know what that's about.
So, but what she said, she told the police that I beat her up and her boyfriend inside the diner. So I end up getting out of jail, but 9 months later because I was on parole.
Oh, okay. Well, did you end up beating that charge though?
Yeah. It got thrown out like 3 months later.
Oh,
but
okay.
And then when I went back to the parole board, so this is the bullshit you got to go through. When I went back to the parole board, they denied me because I only had 6 months left. They're like, you might as well finish that.
Just
off.
finish that. So it's finished. Wow.
So, but that's the domestic shit that you get pulled up in with girls lying on you, using it as a weapon.
Yeah.
So that's just one of the mad stories that I have about that.
Okay. All right. Let's go to this next story. This one is interesting because this one's going to lead up to the following topic that we're on. So let's look at this video right quick because this is a video of a Connecticut man almost being robbed, and he kind of fought the robbers away. So, yeah.
Come out of here, man. You think you are? Out of here. Get out of here. Count me out. Count me out. Count me out. You think you are?
Yes, where's it? They just try to rob our car, and it's a Mercedes.
Okay. So, yeah. So, all right. So we'll say, just to report on it, a man in Connecticut traded blows with multiple people who were attempting a brazen broad daylight carjacking on April 10th of this month. Police are searching for the 4 suspects captured on camera that attempted to steal a parked car in a residential driveway. Oh, this was in Rocky Hill. The video was taken by the homeowner's Ring Video. You did all that and didn't even get the car.
That's so ridiculous, yo.
Yo, you got 4 cats that, first of all, I've been a victim of a car. Of a carjack. I wasn't carjacked. My car was stolen from me when I was in the mall.
Oh.
Not only was it stolen from me, but I had like thousands of dollars of equipment. Like I had a $4,000 guitar.
Uh-huh.
I had a $2,000 guitar that was like a wedding gift from my ex-wife when we got married. I had like my little pedal board was like $5,000. I had about $10,000 worth of shit in there. So when you're a victim like that, you just feel fucking violated. Like you just feel like you just I don't know. It's something. So for me, would the owner have been wrong if he had started capping on him?
No, absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's better than me.
Yeah.
Cause
He didn't have a gun. He had a gun?
no, he didn't.
Oh, I thought if he had a gun, them guys would have been dead.
I got firearms in my house.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not about to come do that shit.
That's a justified killing right there.
Is it really?
Absolutely.
Nah, he would have went to jail if something shit like that. The owner.
The one, they attacked him.
Oh well, yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. But they didn't
The
have.
minute that you trying to carjack my car, you put my life at risk, and I have to defend myself.
Yeah.
That's automatic. He wouldn't even have went to jail. They would have took a statement from him.
Well, because they didn't have guns, and you can't bring a gun to a no gun fight. If he had shot him,
He don't know they don't got guns. So you telling me 3 dudes come up to me?
well, put it this way, listen.
No.
I got arrested.
He not going to jail at all. They gonna take a statement from him and tell him to go eat his dinner.
Yeah, well, with that video, it's pretty.
Absolutely.
It's pretty clear. It's pretty
They
clear.
in his parking lot. Are you crazy? So you telling me I got a firearm and this is not the perfect situation to use my firearm?
Hey,
I'm gonna walk
hey,
away clean.
All I'm saying is,
Now you can't do that, man. But and this is why we got to be careful.
yeah,
We gotta get these little dudes in.
yeah, man.
We gotta bring them in because that was ridiculous.
Yeah,
that was
that was hard to watch. Yeah,
That was hard
to
watch. I watched. I'm like, what are they doing?
It's messed up. It's
If
crazy.
I was that white person neighbor, I would have shot them.
Yeah, right.
If I was the neighbor
These
and I got I would have shot them.
These kids is out of hand, man. These kids is out of hand. Let's go to the next one.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Let's go to the next one now. This one is, this one's a video of the cops killing the guy, killing the kid in the car. So let me play the video. Is that it? They didn't show the whole thing?
It's still playing. It just don't hear it. I don't hear it no more.
Okay. Well, it probably cut off. It's probably best that it cut off anyway because we don't really want to.
No, I think that's true. I think they should see it.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. So he was killed. The cops shot him. So they shot a black. This was in D.C. And now it's the subject of a federal civil rights investigation. U.S. Park police officer killed Delanio Martin, 17, during a March 18th confrontation. Body cam video of the shooting was released, but the officers involved have not been charged as of yet. This is where I kind of feel like that kid. Now, because really we didn't see the whole video and it got cut off. So let me just explain it. So the kid was asleep in the car. The cops or the police are circling the car, trying to figure out how to get in. One officer opens up the back door, passenger. The other officer opens up the driver's side. When the kid wakes up, I think the car is running. The kid wakes up. Now, mind you, in the back seat of the car, the cop has a gun pulled out to his back. He can see that. In the front, you got a cop in front. Why put the car in drive and drive off? Now, I don't think the shooting was justified. I think the shooting was bullshit. They could have tased him or something. The same thing that was going to happen to him when you shot him was the same thing that was going to happen to him if you tased him. The car was going to crash.
That's the end of the conversation.
That should have been the end of the conversation. However, when I talk to my son when he gets of driving age, and I say, look, son, first of all, stealing cars is not an option.
Absolutely.
So he was inside of a stolen car. He was. That's an accurate reporting.
I seen a video. It wasn't stolen. The car wasn't stolen.
No, it was.
No, it was.
That's why they stopped him. That's why they were That's why they were looking around the car, because the car was stolen. The owner of the car spoke out about the killing in her car, so it was stolen. All right, he fell asleep. So, first of all, stealing cars, that's a no-no. Like, dude, what are you doing? Stealing cars. But number two is, what do we tell our youngins when you're involved with the cops, especially as a young man? To have a successful encounter with them, be on your best behavior.
But what's a successful encounter?
Not dying, not getting killed.
And how you prevent that from happening?
There's a way he could have prevented that from happening. All he had to do was not pull off. Because now when you pulled off, now they consider the car a weapon. He halfway ran over the car, the officer that opened the door.
Yeah, but we can't say now he got sense now, because first of all, he in a stolen car.
I'm not saying he don't have sense.
That's what I'm saying. He's in a stolen car asleep.
Right.
So why wouldn't he? He know he's in a stolen car. He wake up and see the police. He was asleep.
Right.
The key word is he was asleep.
Okay.
He was asleep. Instead of the police following procedure, like, it's no way in the world police are supposed to sneak up to the back door of the car and open up the car and, hey, there's no way. Who does that? That's not even proper procedure.
So what was the proper procedure?
Well, I've been asleep in the car before, high as hell, drunk.
In a stolen car? In a stolen car?
No, but no.
They're going to open up a stolen car.
No. You still can't do that.
They're officers. They can't do that.
It's a way to do it.
How?
You can't just go in the back door and then say freeze. You can't do that.
Yeah, but
no, you can't.
Even
do
if he was, even if he was
other ways. You call backup.
There was like 5 officers out there.
Listen, but
what was supposed to happen?
The option is not to open up the back door and go in there and shoot the kid after he. The key thing is when he go to court, that's gonna all play a part into how he woke up and he was asleep. When I wake up, you wake me up in the middle of my sleep.
But you know what's gonna nullify him being sleeping? You know what's gonna make it not matter?
What?
Was because he had the wherewithal and the fortitude to put that motherfucker in drive.
Nah.
Yeah. Look, you ain't have sleep when you put something in drive and drive off.
That's not a valid.
He ain't that groggy.
That's not a valid.
It is valid.
Because anybody
They're gonna say he was able to drive off. He was able to drive off and hit drive.
But
and hit the gas.
you started off here.
So I got my aunt. I'm sorry, my aunt is a police officer. She says as a retired police officer, they can do that.
They can do what?
They can go into the car. It's a stolen car.
And shoot someone?
Not shoot somebody per se, but they can go into the car.
So okay, listen. I know law and I know procedure with the police. The police see somebody visibly inside the car, whether the car is stolen.
What they supposed to do? Wait for him to wake up and just like.
It's other ways to do it. Not open it. Boom, boom, boom. Listen, if you were such in fear of your life, what they always say. Cop safety, police safety. If you were so much in safety, you not open up you don't know what he got in his hand, you don't know what he got in his lap, you don't know none of that. So that right there explains to you why it was improper procedure.
But he wasn't the only officer in the back. There was an officer in the front with the door open too, and he halfway ran over that cop in the front.
Okay.
That's why they shot.
Okay.
Because they used the car.
We know why they shot. I'm not saying we know why they shot.
Okay.
We talking about the procedure. Like
I don't really know the procedure. I'm not an officer. You don't know the procedure.
Who don't know the procedure?
What's the procedure?
I know the police can't come in police cannot backdoor you. I don't care what nobody says.
It's a stolen car. It's not your car.
So what? You cannot do what you did.
The cops are not gonna let nobody sleep in a stolen car.
I didn't say let them sleep. I said there's other ways to go about
but what's the other way?
The other way is you get back, you knock on the door, you knock on the window, boom, 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 boom. You do all of those things. You don't just wake up.
They didn't just do that. They were knocking on the window. They were trying to get his attention. Okay, he didn't wake up.
But listen,
so what else was they supposed to do?
You hear what I'm saying, man? You cannot open up the back door and expect for him to say, "Okay, you got me."
Why the fuck not?
He waking up out of his sleep.
So he can't say this, but he can put the car and drive off?
Absolutely.
Oh, come on, man.
Absolutely.
Come on, man.
Listen, and this is why, and I'm not even saying that the cops won't come off.
They gonna get off on that.
Absolutely, they gonna get off. But when I'm telling you, it's other ways they could have went about doing it.
Okay.
It's even mad other ways they could have went about doing it.
Even if there were,
and then on top of that, when he do pull off, he just automatically shoots him in the back.
Hey, well, he didn't automatically shoot him in the back. He said, "Stop! Don't do that. Please stop the car. Don't do that. Don't start. Go."
So you're telling me police can shoot you in the back now?
I'm not saying he could shoot you. Well, in that case, look.
Okay, so if he felt like his life was in danger, right? Shooting the kid in the back while he's driving, he in the back seat puts him in even more danger. Because if he shoot the kid and kill the kid, now he crashed. Now he can be hurt too.
Yeah,
exactly. So it was more. It wasn't.
But he's also supposed to make sure he's not a danger to other people and other civilians.
So I want to.
So if he was driving off like that and he ran over the cop in the front, how was the cop to know he ain't gonna run over nobody else?
Listen, I'm
trying to get away.
I'm not defending what the kid did. I'm definitely not defending what the kid did. He was all in the wrong. I'm talking about it's another way the police could have handled that without that. They're trained to what you call it? De-escalate. Mm-hmm. They're trained to de-escalate. Right. That kid is not trained to de-escalate anything. He's not trained to do nothing. He's trained to get away. I know I stole this car. It's time for me to get away.
Well, they said they didn't need to shoot him.
Absolutely.
But they could have entered the car.
Okay.
But what I would tell my son is, I would hope my son, if he's in a stolen car asleep, just give up the ghost. Give up. Because what's going to happen? When you pull off that car, it's considered a weapon.
Yeah, but you saying
when he pulled off, when you pull off on the car and the cop's telling you to stop, they killed a little 15-year-old boy in Bridgeport a couple of years ago on that same shit. You cannot you can't pull off on the car.
You talking right now? You talking in hindsight?
No. I'm talking
in hindsight. In hindsight, he shouldn't have did this.
No,
we talking about full action. It's going on right now. I have to make a quick decision right now.
And how are you going to make a decision to get away when the cop's right in the back of you with a gun in your shoulder?
What?
How was the kid's even the quick decision was stupid as fuck. That's why he was a 17-year-old kid whose brain didn't develop. If a cop got in your car in the back, are you going to pull off with a gun in your head? You going to pull off?
If I was 17 years old, yep.
But you will be dead.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
the idea is not to die.
No, but this is what
Right?
I'm saying.
I'm just saying as far as not to die.
I'm saying a 17-year-old kid raised. Okay, we're gonna use me. The way that I was raised,
Okay.
I didn't think about the like I could think of back day right now how many times that I was in a situation where the police could have killed me. You understand what I'm saying? So I've been in those situations, those quick situations.
Right.
So people come from a point of view where the police did, he got a gun, he should have did this. You're right about that,
And that's all I'm saying.
That's absolutely
That's
right.
all I'm saying. I'm not saying the cop is right, but I'm just
now
saying,
you come
you know.
from but that's from another perspective. You come from a perspective now of somebody that's been in those situations where I got to make a quick decision. Police got the guns out, they got the whole force out here. Listen, anybody that know that me and the police used to be beat. I stayed with a warrant back in the day.
Right.
So I stayed in situations where I'm running from the police
Right.
all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I understand. I'm not justifying what I did.
Absolutely.
That was some knucklehead shit that
Right.
I used to do.
Right.
But I'm telling you, the situation happens.
Right.
It happens where you have to make those quick. So if you just now ask me, if I'm in a stolen car at 17 years old, back then how I grew up, and I'm asleep, and somebody go, hey, that's my first. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
Well, I look, in my case, my opinion is these kids, man,
Well, yeah.
he kind of just shouldn't have been in that situation,
So now we talking about how old was he?
17.
That's what I'm saying. We talking about kids.
But these cops, when they, they might know he's a kid, but when you in a stolen car, they don't really know
Police
that.
are trained. That's why we have police. You know why we have police?
But I would never leave it up to the police, knowing them motherfuckers is racist.
But
we ain't supposed to leave it up to the police.
that's another hindsight conversation. Like, we know police ain't supposed to. Police are trained to de-escalate. That's all you have to. There are You know why? You know why it's police happening? Because kids steal cars. They're trained in situations like that.
Yeah.
A kid stealing the car is not trained in
Is
that
it-
situation.
well-
He just trained to get away.
It's worth noting that stealing the car is not a death sentence either.
That's another hindsight conversation.
No. I'm talking about. Really, we shouldn't even be having this conversation because
No, absolutely.
because stealing the car is not a death sentence.
But
Him pulling off with the car is just just let him pull off with the car at that point. But there's no need to shoot him unless he was like deliberately trying to run somebody over, and I don't think he was doing that at that point.
I think the police. I mean, they got a way of thinking. They got a way of thinking anyway. So even if the cop didn't feel like he was in danger, what he did to me is unjustifiable. I feel like anytime you shoot somebody in the back, like, how was you in danger?
Well,
You put yourself in danger by shooting him.
he kind of put the other cops in danger by pulling off.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying. I'm not here to.
That's like a cop. That's like a cop pull us over. We get pulled over, right? Mm-hmm. They already checked us. They already searched us. Mm-hmm. Cop telling us, "Well, we gonna put you in cuffs right now because we fear for our life." All you motherfuckers got bulletproof vests on. You got 2 guns on. You got stinger. You got mace. You got all types of things. But you police officer safety.
Hey, listen, I understand that.
But that's where I'm coming from. It's a different perspective.
But for me, I'm just trying not to die.
No, absolutely, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, but you can say that.
I can say that now. I don't know what my 17-year-old self would be like.
But it's not even just about 17. It's how you grew up. It's how you grew up in what situations that you put yourself in with the police. Like I've been in so many situations with the police, man.
I've been in a few.
And I understand how they operate. I understand how they think, and I understand what they can and what they will get away with, what they do. So this conversation is not about whether that kid was right or wrong. He was dead wrong. That kid was dead wrong. However, the police are trained for those type of situations.
They should be able to de-escalate that
And it's a way.
better than they did.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree with that.
That's all I'm saying.
I have no issue with that. I agree with that. I disagree that the kid should have been shot.
Yeah.
I'm just coming from if it was my son, boy, when the cops say do something, you fucking do it. That's just where I'm at. So I can see you. Even if I got to see you in jail, you'll be alive. That's all I'm saying. All right. Let's go to the next. This one is. We'll end with this video. This is the video of the student-teacher fight, and this was I didn't realize how polarizing a subject this would be. Like, there's really a lot of people on both sides of this. So let's watch the video. I think it'll speak for itself.
And you finna give me my shit, and don't touch me. That's on my mom. Don't touch me. Girl, don't touch me. Don't touch me, Somebody get a fucking teacher. Get a fucking teacher. Get a fucking teacher. Get a fucking teacher. Get a teacher. Get a
Yeah, that was hard to watch for me. That was hard to watch because I got daughters, and they better not ever, you hear me, ever, because listen, if you watch to the end of the video, the teacher was actually holding her down. Yeah, she had her head down, but the teacher was holding her down. The teacher really could have mollywopped her ass, right? And so, a few things here. One, the girl was behind the desk. Now, I remember being in school, all the way up from elementary school to high school. We never went behind the teacher's desk.
Absolutely not.
Not even if the teacher was behind there.
That was never even thought.
You never went behind the teacher's desk. So, what happened to the lines of respect where
The boundaries.
like, go behind the teacher's desk? That's number one. But number two, if something was taken from me, we didn't have cell phones back then, but we had other shit. We had, candy, gum, toys, all that bullshit we bought. When the teacher takes something from you, you in trouble.
Yeah.
You let it go until they give it back to you, right? So not only was she behind the desk, she was actually in the teacher's face trying to get the phone. Not only was she trying to get the phone, she was doing it. First of all, she didn't even give her 3 feet, right? So automatically the teacher's in drill mode. The teacher's like, don't touch me. The teacher said, don't touch me it could have been 3 times, right? So I don't understand. And then come to find out later on, when you look at the history, her with a bunch of other girls were supposed to jump the teacher.
Really?
Because the teacher had took everybody's phone.
That makes sense now, what she said.
Because she said she was mad. Y'all supposed to help me, right?
No, not that part. When the teacher had her down, and she said, "Y'all gotta let this."
Yes, because it was planned.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So what happened was the teacher took everybody's phone, but the teacher gave everybody their phone back. When she gave homegirl, the little girl, her phone back, the girl started recording her in class and berating her with the phone. So the teacher said, "Give me the phone back." And that's how that shit started. And then what happened was, the plan was for the other girls, they were supposed to jump the teacher. I don't understand what the teacher was supposed to do to diffuse anything. That girl, not only was she reaching for her phone, but they're trying to say, oh, the teacher pushed her first. That girl was behind the desk in her personal space, aggressively. There was nothing that was going to stop. And if you look on the video, she was on the phone with security, trying to look for security before the girl came up there. So when the girl came up there, I don't know. That girl got off easy as far as I'm concerned. Your turn.
I think that's from a father's standpoint, I would have been upset to see my daughter getting beat up like that by a teacher. But then, I would also check my daughter, like, what makes you feel like you need to go up to not just a teacher, just a grown woman itself?
Yeah.
A grown woman itself, like, especially in a position like being a teacher. Like you just now said, if she took your phone, I'm going to tell my mother you got my phone.
Right. That's it. That's
All
it.
right, I'm telling my mother you got my phone. Like what
make her think she could run up on her?
What makes you think that you could run up on it? I could almost see if it was a random lady in the street.
Right.
But you inside school.
No, keep going.
But you're in school. Like you in school, you can't just run up on a teacher and do whatever you want to the teacher. So I have no problem with how the teacher conducted herself, man. It's a level. It's protecting yourself. A lot of protecting yourself should be instinctive. You know what I mean? Like that's an instinctive thing. Like teachers are not trained to restrain. They're not trained to deal with certain kids that got mental health issues or whatever. They're not trained to doing them things. Like she's trained to protect herself, and she tried so many different methods to get this girl out of her face, to get her away from her, and she just didn't. So, but listen, it's a lot of women on post getting at the teacher.
Yeah,
Getting at the teacher, and I'm like, and it kind of make you understand why little girls do things like
exactly.
that. You understand what I'm saying? Like I didn't see too many posts saying, "Well, she ain't have no business in that grown woman face."
They didn't say that
because I guarantee you, any teenager come up to an adult face
like
one
that.
of those women that was on the post,
knocked her fucking ass out.
they would have knocked her out.
They'd have knocked her ass out.
It'd be a lot of Facebook commentary, a lot of Facebook answers. Man, like people don't keep it real. Yo.
I don't understand that.
Right.
If a kid came up, look, like you said, she did, numerous things to diffuse that. I don't think once it got to that point, there was no diffusing it because that girl was relentless.
Yeah.
She was not going to let up. Now, I know some people are going to call me out, right? Because I even did a live on parents beating kids, and I disagreed with that. Remember when I said that? This ain't a kid. That girl, although the teacher was bigger than her, that girl was big enough to beat that teacher ass. And hold up. And there's an interesting picture of the girl hooking off and the teacher blocked the punch. What if that punch connected? One. What if them other girls jumped in? Two. Because I would be willing to bet my bottom dollar that if that girl connected and the plan was for them to jump the teacher, they would have jumped that teacher. So, my son, 6-year-old son, could do something to me. I'm like, oh, God, that kind of hurt. You know what I'm saying? So this girl, whether she's in middle school, sophomore in high school, she seems like she's a sophomore in high school or maybe middle school. For that girl to hook off on that teacher like that right there is grounds for an ass whooping.
Yeah, but I think we need to talk about her. What type of environment
is she growing up
and
in?
Who's training her?
Her parents.
That's what I'm saying.
Epic fail for the parents.
Absolutely.
Epic fail for the parents. If your kid is able to be, and that's what was pissing me off about people in the comments today. Y'all making excuses for this girl. No, even for all the ones making excuses, they were saying, oh, there's so much that she could have done to diffuse the situation. But nobody's articulated. When you push them to articulate it,
Yep.
they fall back. Oh, I'm done.
Because it's an emotion-led thing.
It's
right.
it's
an emotional
Agreed.
thing. Like I just now said, as a father, I would have been upset to see that happening to my daughter. But once you sit back and take the emotion out of it, now you got to look at your daughter and be like, yo, what was you doing?
Exactly.
What was you doing?
What the hell?
I know that teacher ain't wake up this morning and say, I'm going to mess with her today.
Come on.
That didn't happen. That did not happen. But
even more so, the teacher didn't have no panties on. She didn't come to work. She didn't come to work expecting to fight. She came to work. I'm getting dressed. I'm getting my coochie some air, and I'm gonna substitute these kids and go the fuck home.
Yeah, and she got to.
And people, why didn't she have no pennies on? She wouldn't need to work. Y'all wouldn't even know that.
That's not even the issue.
It wouldn't even know that.
How is that the issue?
Exactly.
When you see women fight, t-shirts coming off, titties hanging out, you see what? So that wasn't even a part. That wasn't even nothing. The fact to me is that we have to get these kids in line, like just the business that I'm in, Get 'em Boy Boxing. Mm-hmm. It's so many kids that come there, man, and I see. They need to be trained at a young age, man. Like in terms of discipline and structure, they got to have a structure. And if you could look at that incident and tell that it's no structure where she at, because it was no thinking. Like it was automatic.
Right.
It was no like you diving in a pool. It was an automatic reaction. So that's how she probably talked to her mother. She probably talked to all adults that way. So that's something that need to be addressed at home, and we say things like that, man. But I don't necessarily want to, blame the parent or blame the single parent.
Right.
However, because they got to work or they got to be away from the kid all day. Like you probably will see your parent probably 6 hours a day. You see you listening to other people, but it has to be some type of structure, some type of training where I could be away from my mother for 8 hours, or be away from my father for 8 hours, and I know how to, stay focused.
Right.
I know how to stay away from certain things. I know how to, I know how to see trouble coming a mile away.
Right.
And they're not being trained that way.
Yeah.
Being trained that way. We get 15-year-olds right now that 15-year-olds that don't know how to get on a city bus. Like they still waiting for their mom to come pick them up, or they waiting for their dad to come pick them up. And again, to the defense of the parent, the way society is put together now, like we not raising our sons. We not raising our sons no more. We keeping them safe. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to raise his son and keep him safe at the same time. Like as soon as he come outside, he in danger.
Well, but that's how us Gen Zers, Xers, and millennials are raising our kids now, because we grew up and we weren't kept safe. So that's why when we raise our kids have a little bit more of entitlement to them, right? Because we give our kids a lot of what we didn't have, what we couldn't have. People going broke for their kids, doing the wrong things for them, but they're doing it out of a place where they didn't have the opportunities that we have. Or we didn't have the opportunities that they have, and we just want to give them more. So I kind of see that. But
I think that's a cop out. I think that's a cop out, man, because I don't care where you come from and where you don't want your kid to come from. That's separate to discipline and structure.
Oh, I agree.
That's entirely separate, man. Like you could grow up in the never even seen a traffic light. You know what I mean? Never seen a stop sign.
Yeah.
But in somewhere in that family home, and that is a structure that kid know that if I'm not around mom or dad,
right,
like it's a certain way that I have to act. It's
That's
a certain
right.
way that I have to behave.
That's right.
It's a certain way that I have to protect myself.
Agreed.
It's a certain, so you know what I mean, to me it doesn't matter like where you it depends on who training you.
Right.
Like who's training you? Who's around you every day? Who you listening to? Who you getting advice from every day?
Right.
And if you getting advice from an idiot, like you're gonna be an idiot.
Yeah, man. That's just hard to. It just invokes a lot of emotion from me, from the standpoint of me being a father with daughters.
Yeah, go ahead, I'm listening.
Right. I have two daughters that I'd shake the teacher's hand after I smacked the shit out of my daughter for doing that shit.
I respect that. Yeah.
I'd shake the teacher's hand. She should not have done that. I don't give a fuck if she took her phone. I don't give a fuck if she took her pads. If she took her fucking. I don't give a fuck. When the teacher say do something and the teacher is enforcing the rule, the teacher is in charge.
So you saying because it could have been prevented?
What?
You saying like what the girl did to the what happened to the girl could have been prevented
By the girl.
by the perpetrator, right?
By the girl. Absolutely.
So we could go back to the police.
Here you go. Look, I'm not disagreeing with you on the police thing.
All I'm saying
I'm
is
just
it
saying
could have been
for
de-escalated.
us to stay alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all I'm
No,
saying.
I get it.
He
But
didn't have
I'm
to
just-
shoot the kid.
I'm-
There's way too many shoot first and ask questions
Yeah.
later. It's
But-
not a death sentence to steal a car.
And then she could have just sat her little ass down.
She should-
and be like,
right.
I'm gonna call my mother.
That's what she should have
I'm gonna
did.
call my mother. I
Right.
mean, that's automatic. Like that's what you're supposed to tell. Yo,
Yeah.
you and I tell the kids that at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
When they be like, I got suspended, or they threw a tantrum, or they did this in school. I was like, yo, you in school?
Let me ask you something, because I seen something at the gym the other day.
Uh-huh.
Like, I saw you really get in the kid's face.
Absolutely.
I saw you
Absolutely.
really put him to task and make him accountable for the work he wasn't doing.
Listen, that's what Get 'em Boy is about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care. Like, that's not an after school program where you just get dropped off and do something until your mother come pick you up. Like
Right.
when you come in there, man, it's a structure built around Get 'em Boy. Like you can't just come in here and do whatever you want to do. I don't know what you do at home.
Right.
I don't know what you do at school.
Right.
But I know when you come in here, you're gonna do what I tell you to do.
Right.
I'm not negotiating with that. And I don't play the if I'm talking to you, you trying to talk back.
Right.
Nah,
Yeah,
man.
no.
I don't play that, man.
Right.
I don't negotiate with kids.
There's no negotiation.
And it's not me being mean. The kids understand that.
Right.
The kids respect that.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they know they can't come here and do whatever they want. They know that, man. And I think it's and I'm not saying that just my way work, but it worked it work inside Get 'em Boy. You understand what I'm saying? And them kids respect
No,
me.
I see it.
Yes, man.
I see it. They don't even really know me, but I see the level of respect that they have
Yes,
for.
and I respect them too.
Yeah,
you understand
right,
what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like, but when you do something wrong, you got to be held accountable.
Right.
Like I'm gonna let you know.
Right.
And you mess it up for everybody.
Wow. Yeah, because you make all of them do.
Everybody got to do
everybody
burpees
gotta
or whatever.
do
If somebody mess up, everybody got to do it.
everybody
So
gotta do
now
it.
everybody cussing
Keep
you out.
everybody in line. Right.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's
Yo,
great.
chill, get do it. You already know, coach
Right.
don't care.
Right.
I tell you do 100 jumping jacks. I'll see you do something wrong at 15. I'll wait till it get to 99 and tell you to start over. You understand what I'm saying? Like they understand that. Like they understand the boundaries. Like it's not. Don't come there playing. It's not a. You don't see no swings there, no sliding boards,
Right.
no monkey bars,
this
no
ain't playtime.
sandboxing.
This
Don't come
is-
here. I know you play all day. Don't
Right.
come here playing.
You're here to learn.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it works. It works.
Yeah.
It works. It works.
Yeah, that's what's up. I don't know what even else to say to it. I mean, there were so many retorts and so many. I don't understand the grown ass adults that are, and it's like they're coming at it from the aspect of it being their kid and them seeing their kids violated, but the child violated first.
But you can see what they get away with by their actions at home.
Yeah, you can see what they get
Like
away
you
with.
did that too fluently.
Yeah,
that was too.
it
You
was
did
too
that too
easy.
fluent. Like
It was too easy.
You do that to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like you just don't do that.
Yeah, and see, I can't. So I have I see my daughters, especially during school. I don't see them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I see them, like we gotta schedule dates. We gotta schedule hangout times because they can't because I live so far away from the school where they going and all that. It doesn't really make sense for them to come during the week.
Yeah.
So I don't really see them. So I can't parent them like they live with me 24/7, right? And I even had to learn that when they were coming staying with me, when they would come stay with me, I can't parent them, be on their ass for every little thing while they're doing it. But they do have to respect me.
Absolutely.
Now I'm not going to, at the end of the day, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I just think that if we demanded respect from our kids, they know that if they got to respect mom and dad, then they need to respect everybody else because they're an extension of mom and dad.
But it's hard to respect mom and dad because mostly mom and dads want to be your friend.
Yeah.
Like
see.
they don't want it. They don't. It's like mom and dad don't want the kids to be mad at them. Like
Yeah.
I don't care if you mad. Like you.
Yeah, I don't care if you mad at me. I don't give a
Who
shit.
cares about that? Like
You walk around with attitude, that's fine. But you ain't
yeah,
slamming
like,
no doors in my
yeah,
house,
like,
though.
What? Listen, I don't care if you got like I'm gonna tell you something to let you know
Right.
that I don't care about your attitude. You know what I mean? Like so, it's too much negotiating with kids.
Well, see,
man.
it spills over too because now you get the kids. Now you get the kids who won't even stop when the police are chasing you. Right now, you're putting yourself in harm's way. Now you're gonna do something to somebody like the girl did with the teacher and find out what grown man strength is. Right? Then we have another teacher in New Haven that did the same thing. He was a guy and he did it to a guy student.
Yeah.
He's all right. He lost his job and all that.
I think he did lose his job.
He lost his job, but it was the same thing. It was the same thing.
But see,
These kids is running up on teachers.
This is the thing with what happened with that particular situation.
Okay.
I seen the teacher try to de-escalate it. I see the teacher try to get off me, get away from me, get from out of here. I seen her try. She attempted to.
Right, she did.
It's some teacher things that I be seeing like you could have you ain't have to do that.
Right.
You know, but I
Right.
feel like she ain't had no other choice.
Yeah, she didn't have a choice.
And she's still gonna lose her job.
Well, actually, no, because they came out. It's right now. It's on investigation because
Oh.
they came out. I posted it on one of the comments, but they came out and said any teacher has a right to defend herself no matter what.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So
There you go.
she lost her job, but it's only temporary. But she has a GoFundMe account right now, and I know some people.
And that's gonna be lit
she'll
up.
probably make more money from her GoFundMe
Than she
would have made from the teacher. And she
Absolutely.
got 6 kids.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
I applaud her. Whoever she is, listen, I applaud you. You don't let these little critter motherfuckers disrespect you, because I wouldn't.
But outside of the school situation, I'm never mad at somebody for defending themselves. Never. Like you can never be mad at somebody
For protecting
themselves.
A kid or no kid, they should
Yeah,
not be in
yeah.
your personal space.
They shouldn't be trained to be in your.
They shouldn't be
personal space.
allowed to do that,
Yeah.
to even think that way.
Yeah, man. And you know, we talk about things like that, but teachers are so restricted.
Oh, hold on. We about to get out of here. Y'all want to call in? No. If y'all want to call in, we'll be on for like another 3-4 minutes. If you want to call in. What is it? 475-242-5052. Call in if you got something to say. We here. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, teachers are restricted, man. Like people in situations like that, we say the teachers let them get away with a lot of things, but they can't do. What could they do? I mean, like you can't put your hands on them. You can't jack them up.
Right.
Like I'll jack a kid up.
Right. Yeah.
Like I'll jack them up. Like you know what I mean? I'll jack them up.
Yeah.
Come here, man. Who you talking to, yo?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
let you know, man. Like no, you don't. This ain't your room.
Yeah. I think the best way for a kid to learn discipline, to me, is like in an environment where they got to learn how to fight.
Absolutely.
Like karate, boxing. I know I was a late bloomer. I started in my early 20s with karate. Mm-hmm. But I automatically knew once I started, well, I didn't train with my instructor at the time unless I knew he was the truth.
Yeah.
So I saw what he did. I witnessed what he did. I saw how he conducted himself. We met each other at work. I saw how he was dope. He ended up being a dick. But I saw how he handled shit. And I had respect him because I knew he could knock my block off.
Yeah.
Right? Oh my we got a caller. Hello.
Hello.
Who this is?
How are y'all doing?
What's up, Auntie? Oh, okay. So yeah, this is my Aunt Val. She's a retired police officer.
Hey, Aunt Val.
Hello there. I know a lot of people they don't think of me as a retired police officer because I'm not one of those that are pro blue. I'm just pro right.
Okay.
So going back to the police thing, they have a right if their car is stolen to go up in there, but he should not. It didn't get to the point that he had to shoot him, but once he pulled off, he did make that car a weapon. And at that point, again, they were able to defend themselves. When it comes to the teacher, we all look at now, because back in our days when we went to school, mostly all the teachers were older. We didn't look, you didn't see the teachers you see today are not the teachers you saw back when we went to school.
That's very true.
That's
They were
a good
always
point.
the older people.
Right.
So those who are looking at, the teacher shouldn't have done that, put your mother in her place. Because when we went to school, it was the mothers who were the teachers.
And it was actually
You want some girl
Yeah.
walking up on your mama like that.
And there was actually a girl that did that to an older lady, and the lady she couldn't defend herself because she was older. There was another video about a couple of months ago.
But I see where Auntie coming from.
Yeah.
Because it's a different perspective.
Yeah.
It's different now. It's
Right.
different because now, like, you have a child that can actually, like, she big enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that
She's
kid.
big enough to bang, man. She got to, but the lady have to protect herself.
Yeah.
Period. Like the
Yeah.
teacher, you have to protect yourself.
Yeah. That's a good point. I would think of it as it being your mom and your grandmom as a teacher. You're right, because our
That's what
teachers were older back.
That's
in
what
the
my
day.
point was too.
Yeah.
My point was like it's a different perspective because the kids look at, you see an older person.
Yeah.
The mind says isn't, well, she better say something, I'm gonna punch her in her face.
Right, yeah. And
I
if
mean,
you
but-
do,
but
if it is, you an asshole.
But if you see a teacher, she look good, she nice, she look about your age.
Yeah.
You know there's probably some hating already.
yeah,
going
exactly.
on.
Already.
You know what I mean?
That's what females
Like,
do, right, Auntie?
Yep.
That's right.
Automatic. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, like an older lady, that wouldn't even have came up.
Yeah.
They would have been hiding their phone.
That's true.
They
Wow.
already know the older lady, I'm gonna take your phone.
Yeah.
They already
yeah.
know what's gonna happen, so they're gonna come in there hiding their phone.
Yeah. They see a young thing coming up in, they think they get, yeah.
And she was a substitute, right?
Yeah, and she was a
That's what I'm
substitute.
saying. Like who are you
Yeah,
to tell
everything
me?
is totally different with the age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, Auntie, good points of view, Auntie.
Okay. And look, I ain't gonna hold y'all up because I know y'all only had a few minutes for people to call in. But hey, I love the show tonight. It's good.
Thank
All right, Auntie, thank you. All right,
right.
Shout
I'll
out
talk
to
to you later. Shout out to Aunt Val. Valerie Day Hall.
Yeah, but I think we definitely need more programs and more things for the kids to do.
Well, that's a good segue because, basically what this country did to us was put us in slavery, take us out of slavery, Jim Crow. And I hate to keep bringing it up, but you can't not bring it up to understand what our plight is.
Yes.
Slavery, emancipation, Jim Crow, Ku Klux Klan, terrorized niggers, right?
Yeah.
Then you
Joe
put
Biden.
Yeah, okay. And the drugs. No, that was Reagan.
Yeah.
Reagan, you got drugs, you got the crack era, then you got Bush 1, then you got Bush 2, yeah, and then you had Clinton and Joe Biden with the crime laws, right? So, the plight that we put in, and then they took the Boys and Girls Clubs out the communities, they took all of the opportunities, so now our communities not only don't have an outlet for our kids, not only are they low opportunity communities, now we don't have opportunities for kids to do anything outside of doing low opportunity shit. Like robbing people, taking other people's shit was never my thing. Let me make some money. I'll go sell some drugs. I'll go, do some shit to make some money. But taking people's shit, grabbing somebody's chain, doing all that, that was never my thing.
I think that's all, like you just touched on. I think it's all kind of like design, man. Like how could you not have facilities for these young kids to go to? Like what you see, I see. Like from what I see, coming to the gym, you got 8-9-year-olds.
We got another caller. Hold on 1 second. Let's take this call. Hello.
Hello, hi. Just wanted to, this is Taria, by the way. Hello.
Hey, Taria.
Hey, what's
What's
up,
up,
Taria?
cousin?
Hi. So, I have 4 daughters,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a single mother, and my children actually get complimented 99% of the time on their behavior
Mm-hmm.
because they know I'm going to turn up if it is them or if it's the teacher. So that child that violated that teacher, if that were my child, it wouldn't have even been a discussion.
That's right.
If I saw that footage, what the hell are you doing back there?
Right.
So,
She
but
took your phone because you did something you weren't supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you disrespected me by doing that to that teacher. So now you got a problem with me too.
absolutely, because I'm gonna think about who the parent was, who your mother.
Yeah. I'm thinking the same thing.
So, but listen, I got a question for you. What type of situation would come up where you get at the teacher though? What type of situation would make you get at the teacher?
So I definitely had a situation, my daughters, and it kind of touches on something you said earlier too. I'm that parent that wants to give my child what I didn't have, but I didn't spare the construction, the criticism, the training, the respect level that needs to coincide with it. You can't give reward for nothing. Like, you're going to earn all of this that I want to give you. I'm going to bust my behind to get it for you, but you're going to show me value and why I'm getting it for you.
And why I'm busting my ass for it.
Exactly. I want to see a trade-off on that.
Right.
But you have a lot of parents today that are just spoiling without parenting. And so whenever I go to the school in a situation where my child was being bullied because she has certain things. I do hair. So all of these new hairstyles that comes out, they always got them. But they ain't got to pay $500 to get it because mommy got those skills.
Right.
And they go to school, they dress appropriate, they clean, they behave well, and my kids are Scholar Roll students, so they get certain type of treatment. Kind of, you would say, teacher's pet.
Yeah.
And then you have the other students that are probably problem children or just jealousy.
Right.
Because they don't have that at home.
But
you got to look at it from both sides.
But
and if the teacher has been notified that she's being bullied and they fall flat on my daughter, which they did, and ended up, she almost got jumped, I went up to that school and showed out because, one, you didn't call me. Two, we reported it several times and you did nothing. And now I will gladly put that 18-year-old in jail for bothering my 16-year-old before anything happens, and I will press charges on you too. Never again did they let something falter when it came to my kids.
Yeah. I mean, I understand
because
that.
they know I'm that parent.
I understand setting a boundary with the teachers or the staff, but I think, like what you just now said, I hear so many moms say that. Like, I hear them say, "Well, you know, my kid dressed nice, or my kid this, that," and the other kids are just jealous. I'm like, that.
You're enabling a situation, though. That's enabling a bad situation for the kids. Like, so you're making the kids think that everybody's hating on them because of what they have.
Exactly.
Fuck what they have on. How are they doing in school?
That's not a conversation that I'm having with my daughter because I don't want her to look at anyone and say they jealous of me.
Yeah.
I'm talking in sense of being realistic. There's all different types of problems that could be happening with those other students. They could be living in a home that is not being cared for, where they're getting less than what they deserve because no child was brought here on their own
so
accord.
it could be another.
You know, so it could be a whole bunch of different.
I'm about to say the other side of the coin on that is too, maybe the person not getting all of these good things and have all these nice clothes, maybe they're taunting the ones that don't have the nice things and nice clothes, and this is why they don't like them.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you get,
absolutely.
You get bullied for that thing. Because I was the guy that, you know, I was a dirty little kid, but I'll beat you up if you say something to me, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so
that is very true.
And it was guys, it was people that told you, like, oh, you got some Jeepers on, you got, you know, your pants are dirty, da da da, but you know, you know, but
no.
they
Right,
taunt,
so
it's a taunt thing, like.
Right, but when it comes to my kids specifically, my kids, they clean, but they ain't wearing the latest Jordans, and they ain't wearing the latest of everything. They just have a standard of walking out the door to where they're confident in themselves.
Right.
No, well, that's good. That's absolutely what you want.
Brag about.
Right.
Right. It ain't even nothing to brag about. And they also aren't that type. Now, I know my kids do things when I am not around that I would still frown on, so I would never say my kids are without
that's my
fault.
point.
Right. I would never say that my kids are without fault because I've had to go to the school for situations with them, but I'm going to parent them in real time and let them know that there's consequences for them actions that they do. So it's very far in between that I actually have to go on that front.
Right.
Well, holding kids accountable is important, man.
Very important.
You can't just let them slide by doing bullshit, yo.
Right.
Because if you do that, and then when you try to correct it after the second or third time they do it, they looking at you crazy. It has to be handled right then and there. Like that's not what it is.
Oh shit.
Of conflict at these other children's homes. So don't look down on anyone and just say, okay, you never know what they're going through, give them a pass.
Yeah.
But at the same time, protect yourself too.
True.
Right.
True. I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Taria.
Later.
Been well. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yeah, that was good perspective. Good perspective on that. Yeah, it's been about an hour and 10 minutes. So I think we'll call it a night.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. Have a good week, guys. We'll be back next Wednesday with Fighting Words, and I'll probably go live with Day Talk Live probably whenever. It'll be a pop up. I'll go live whenever. But hey, listen, you guys have a good week. Coach Solo, have a good week. We will. We're going next week. We'll we'll promote some of Coach Solo's his boxing school and kind of like what he's doing. We'll show some footage on how he's impacting the kids.
And we have again, I started off the show saying that we pulling out to Massachusetts this weekend. We there this weekend. It's a 4-week tournament, so we got guys that's gonna fight for 4 weeks. I mean, both weekends. This weekend coming up and the weekend coming up is Kangaroo tournament. We got 7 guys up in there. We trying to come back with 7. I think we got 8.
8?
I think we're at 8, 7 or 8.
I want to see like 4 belts.
No, 4. That's a no. We trying to.
You trying to get all 8?
All of them.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to get all of them, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like I don't want to drive back and see some guys with belts and the other guys looking like. We gonna have fun.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
We're gonna have fun. We coming back with all of them things.
So yeah, we'll be back with a successful report next week. But you guys have a good week, and we're gonna sign out of here.
Peace, y'all.
One day when I was riding on the train, I seen these 2 kids talking about the Nubian rain had fallen. I didn't say nothing cause these kids caught my goat. Even pulled my coat like a murder that they wrote. So this kid with mouth swagger now plays the cloak and dagger. So I got to show boots the macho lock that I am. I could rock a jam, make the world drop hammer. Yes, I'm the bad man, and bad men were black. And if